Hi, hello, welcome to Makey Techie. Learn as engineer, teach as a champion. First of all, I would like to thank my family for their continuous support and making me this kind of a technical video in the public domain. And I would like to thank my mentor, Professor R. Surendran from Government College of Technology, to igniting me these kinds of technical videos in the public domain. And I would like to thank Almighty for my good health and broad mind, and my friends, followers, and my dear students and subscribers. I would like to thank all. Today's topic of interest is gyroscope. We all know that the gyroscope is an important device which will maintain or which will manage the distribution of forces. Everywhere we can see the gyroscope, but in theoretically, the gyroscope is very important in either a boat or a aeroplane. Whereas in practical cases, in everywhere, gyroscope plays a vital role of managing the inertia produced by the gyroscopic couple. Here, I would like to give a simple example of a gyroscope. If you are lifting a weight in one hand, what you will do, you can slightly tilt in the opposite direction of the weight which you are going to lift. That means if you are balancing the weight instantly, if you are balancing the weight by means of sliding down your body or sliding aside your body opposite to the weight direction. So it means that it is a simplest form of a gyroscope. It is a simplest form of a gyroscope. Okay, so with this example and with this application, I would like to give a brief about gyroscope. The gyroscope is a device which will measure the velocity, speed, and the forces as the measured property of a gyroscope. Here, an important device called hygroscope. Hygroscope is used in gyroscope. Generally, we all know that if it is a technical theory, we are applied in aeroplane as well as the boat for better understanding. Let me consider, sorry for the figure, please take the knowledge only. If this is an aeroplane, it is having a rotor of an engine at the back way, and this is called tail. This is called tail, where this is called as a nose. So this is the wings and this is the body. In the engine, we can say the engine can rotate both clockwise also anti-clockwise direction. First we are going to view in the tail end what will happen if the propeller rotates clockwise and turns right. The nose will get rise and tail will get down, and if it turns a right hand side, the nose will dip and the tail will rise. If it is in an anti-clockwise direction, what will happen? In anti-clockwise direction or counterclockwise rotation of the propeller and it turns left hand side, the nose will dip and the tail will rise. Whereas in the right hand side turn, the nose will rise and tail will get down. So for this understanding, we are going to make a shortcut of clear delete. Clear means delete, right? Therefore, which means the shortcut of CLRD, that is clockwise left side, nose rise, tail down. That is our understanding. clockwise left side, clockwise direction of the propeller, and left hand side tail uh, turn, the nose will rise and tail will down. So if you understand this one, all the other things can be easily developed. And for the submarine, take this is a propeller, and propeller side is called as a bow, and the front is the stern, or front is the stern and the sideway is the starboard. Here the propeller rotation is clockwise, and if turns right hand side or it turns left hand side, the bow will rise and stern will dip. Where if it takes a right hand side, the bow will dip and no, stern will rise. Whereas the propeller rotates counterclockwise direction and turns left hand side, the bow will dip and stern will rise. Whereas in the counterclockwise direction, if turns right hand side, the bow will rise and stern will dip. Here uh, we have to know the four important parameters like steering, pitching, rolling, yaw. In all the vehicles, this is very important terms. Steering. Steering means we have to turn our vehicle or a body in either right hand side or left hand side. That is called steering. Where pitching is the up and down motion in transverse direction. Up and down motion in the transverse direction is called pitching. If I say this is a body, if it is turned in left hand side or right hand side, it is called steering. If it is goes up and down motion, we can say it is called a pitching. Rolling in the longitudinal direction, if it rolls, it is called a rolling. Where in the vertical axis, if it rolls, that is called yaw. So these terms are very important for an automobile. And in the gyroscope, the gyroscope is the oscillating motion. It is oscillating. Whenever it is getting oscillating, it will produce a point as called center point, the CG. According to the CG, it is getting oscillated. When the CG is the fixed point and the body is getting oscillating, it will produce gyroscopic couple. It can be found out by I into omega p, where I is the moment of inertia, omega is the angular velocity, and omega p is the angular velocity of the uh, body. And thank you for patient listening. Thank you, friends.